Oes bywyd gwyllt yn yr ardd? Is there wildlife in the garden? Oes, mae adar yn yr ardd. Yes, there are birds in the garden. So far this is a familiar patrwm. We've seen bits and pieces like this earlier on in the week using oes and mae. But we're going to extend that a little bit further. Gwelais I aderyn. I saw a bird. So I want you to think about how we might cael sgwrs, have a conversation with somebody, and perhaps this is something you would like to practice with other learners who are doing the course. I've tried to arrange some of these patterns here as though you were having a chat with somebody about what might be in your garden. Roedd anifail ar y lawnt bore 'ma. Roedd anifail ar y lawnt bore 'ma. There was an animal on the lawn this morning. Does dim anifeiliaid yn fy ngardd i. Does dim anifeiliaid yn fy ngardd i. There are no animals in my garden. Dwi wedi gweld aderyn y to eleni. Dwi wedi gweld aderyn y to eleni. I have seen a house sparrow this year. Aderyn y to, house sparrow. Gwelais I adar y to hefyd. I like the way that we make the plural, lluosog, of the word adar y to, the name house sparrow, by changing aderyn to adar. I saw house sparrows too. Welais I ddim brân dyddyn y llynedd. Welais I ddim brân dyddyn y llynedd. I didn't see a carrion crow last year. Clywais I frain tyddyn. Clywais I frain tyddyn. Notice how we've gone from brân to brain, plus we've got our treiglad meddal in there. Brain to make the plural there of crows. I heard carrion crows. Now this is a pattern which might be newydd I rhai ohonoch chi. It might be new to some of you, and this is for those of you who'd like to go and have a look at this a little bit in more detail. This is called the passive, and this is how we say that something has been seen or something has been heard. Cafodd pioden ei gweld. Cafodd pioden ei gweld. A magpie was seen. Cafodd, from the verb cael, to have. A magpie had it seeing. Cafodd pioden ei gweld. Mae piod yn cael ei gweld yn yr ardd. Mae piod yn cael ei gweld yn yr ardd. Again, we've got that word cael in there. Magpies are seen in the garden. Cafodd ysgithan ei chlywed. Cafodd ysgithan ei chlywed. A wood pigeon was heard. Now we do have some treiglad mutations in this pattern, and I'm not going to go into too much detail in this video here again. I'm always here to have some extra help if you need it, but do listen out for some of those treiglad and see if you can spot where they're happening. Cafodd y mwyach ei bwydo. Cafodd y mwyach ei bwydo. That's a tricky word, mwyach. That L tends to get kind of disappeared a little bit. Cafodd y mwyach ei bwydo. The blackbirds were fed. Mi gaeth titw Thomas Las ei weld. Mi gaeth titw Thomas Las ei weld. Now, I've put a slightly more northern version up here for you, and that word me at the beginning there doesn't mean anything by itself. It doesn't refer to me or I. It just kind of exists at the beginning of a sentence as a little tiny extra bonus word. Mi gaeth titw Thomas Las ei weld. A blue tit was seen. Mae llwynogod yn cael ei gweld pob nos. Mae llwynogod yn cael ei gweld pob nos. Foxes are seen every night. Cafodd draenog ei anafu yn yr ardd. Cafodd draenog ei anafu yn yr ardd. A hedgehog was injured in the garden. Cafodd llygoden ei dal. Cafodd llygoden ei dal. A mouse was caught. Cafodd madfallod y dŵr ei darganfod yn yr ardd. Cafodd madfallod y dŵr ei darganfod yn yr ardd. Newts were discovered in the garden. So there's a lot to this pattern, and what it hinges on really is the masculine and feminine nature of some of the words in those sentences. And I've given you a long list of vocabulary of different animals and things that you might see, which are masculine and feminine. You'll see them colour coded, and I've also colour coded the plural words for you to have a look at. Now, again, I'm not going to go into too much detail here. I will leave some extra information in the course itself, so you can have a look at that and have a bit of a practice. But essentially what you're trying to do is, after the word a, you need to have a soft mutation if you have a masculine noun, and you need to have treiglad llais, an aspirate mutation, if you have a feminine noun in that sentence. There's a little bit more to it than that, but have a little bit of a try. See if you can make those sentences in some of the worksheets in the workbook that I've given you. And if you've got any problems, come and thrash it out in the Discord and I will help you. Hwyl am y tro. Diolch.